All right, y'all, let's get into Trump playing golf with America. And we have the golf hand here, the first 4 years of his term, the next 4 years of his term. This is number 5 that we're in. But we've been given the age of disclosure, the 34 on 80 and such, and he's going to be 80 this year in 2026, and he's got the 34 counts with a felony, and all these things are going to be interwoven. And then we're on that parking on the greens with the scheduling 1 to 3. We're so-called with the cannabis today. We'll see if all that goes through, but this is basically just a clock mechanism, because I told you about the 1, 2, and 3, and we're in that part 2. The 3 is the wild times. But the part 2 is part of the Burn on America, and we're in that theater section right now, seeing it in different ways, shapes, and forms. When it comes to the blockbuster, so when you start feeling it out there more and seeing it more, it's the 3D and 4D, and all those things are coming upon America. So Christmas Day is one Christmas, the 25th. You also have another Christmas Day as far as 167 for 2026, and this is part of your Orthodox and your Coptics, and all those things are interwoven. So this golf hand, Penguin, Batman, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze, all those things are kind of interwoven. These hands are connected to different golfers in different segments. So this 5th year is overlaid with this first 4 years or whatever, because we got JD Vance and all those things interwoven. So this is where we can see flip-flops on things with the mirror and the kings and queens and such being used on the chessboard, but to where you have this and this flip, and that leads to this club over here and those kinds of actions, and you have this person flipping and this over here. So this is where we see and track things for a few weeks or months or whatever, and see how these things develop and whatever, because this is where Trump has been on the 18th hole in a way, and been tracking these things as far as that high summit stakes meeting, and from Russia to China to these different things have been tracking. But as all these high stakes meetings for the seer and the blood and the brown, that's where you get Brown University, and then same time you're getting the Santa Claus on Australia as he's being tackled and whatever else. So the Gulf of America hole-in-one, these are stacking up as Hawaii is a huge mountain, and a lot of Christmas songs sing about Hawaii and those types of things. So that LA, the lash, the brow and the lash, the AI, and all those things opening up and coming to life. So either way, folks, this is just about in that Doge, the doggy for the shadow, and on the white wall for that white horse, and being shown for that purity rider and that purdy rider. But either way, we're in those time frames, folks. That Gulf of America, that hole-in-one, that XFL, the flow ride over, the Desantin down there. All these things are kind of stacking up, and there's darkness upon the deep, and wash away all those sins and those types of things. And I've told you about how you hit this area here, the Sandy Loam, and the dams break, and all those other things within 1,000 miles, and whatever else, folks. And then this part here, connecting these things, the flip around, the switch, swinging back, and all that kind of thing, that can all connect to when Trump's taken out in one way, shape, or form, or his light's not there. And then you have JD Vance coming in and being the King James version, King James vision and such. That King James vision comes on that flip on the 1611. And that 1611 goes with your age of accountability and the fornication of the Epstein Island and all that stuff or whatever, when your Elvis Presley had a 13-year-old girlfriend and your Muhammad has an 8-year-old girlfriend, and all these things were being told. So there's some other dudes in Hollywood that had the 13-year-old girlfriends too, but either way, all these things are just to show you how this time was here, and this motion picture given life has seared the consciousness, and they think all this shit's real, and all whatever else is going on that's stacked up. But either way, the golf game, the Penguin, the land of the Vulcan, and the Will.i.am Shatner, and the Crapture, and those things is all lining up as you're gonna go where no man has ever gone before. And you hopefully we'll make it to Christmas this year and next year. We'll see how long these clocks take, but it looks like that it's going to really hit good next year for just having to shit in that box on your way to the party. Okay, but get your TaylorMade ready.